Good morning everyone, it's Sunday the 11th of September. Welcome to another one of Alan's angling adventures. It's a bit of a momentous occasion today because this is going to be my first session under a new monarch, King Charles III. So we'll see how we get on today. I'll be honest with you, it hasn't actually started too well. I've been with time. I haven't got my watch today. Time wise it is let's have a look. It must be about 9:45. Oh no, it ain't. It's nearly 9:30. Nearly 9:30. I've been up here. I'm at Betley Bridge, by the way. I'm at Betley Bridge on the west side of the bank today. And I'm on the west side because I've been up here since about, what is it, 9:30 now. I've been up there since about just after 8 o'clock, trying to find a swim that I can fish. And all I can find is one swim. This is the only one because of the rain we've had lately. It's over its bank, so it's too stodgy. I'll show you. Down there is what it's like all the way up from the bridge itself up to the red gate here on both sides of the bank. You just cannot get down there. Cannot get down there to fish. This is the only spot that I can fish is here, and even this isn't easy. Now I was going to be float fishing today. I'm glad I brought my feeder rod out with me because I think it's going to be too difficult for me to use the float here. Although I might have a go at it a bit later. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to use the feeder rod. I've got ground bait with me, so we'll give it a go on the feeder. Bit trial and error really on the ground bait feeder. I could switch to a maggot feeder if I need to, but I couldn't believe it. I've been up here about an hour and a quarter walking that side of the bank, walking this side of the bank, trying to find somewhere that I could fish, even remotely with half a chance of fishing, and I just can't. This is the only spot down here. So we'll give it a go anyway. Now we're up here. It's all the heavy showers we've had lately. I should have thought about it really, but the weather today is absolutely lovely. A very heavy mist, heavy dew, but that's just starting to clear now. Bait wise, I've got maggots, worms, and I've got hemp, which I'm putting in the ground bait, which I've got Sensus 3000 gross guard on, and a couple of other bits that I want to use up. So right, without further ado, I've got my feeder rod set up, but I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and then I'm going to start fishing. It's going to be pretty tricky. I'll show you the swim actually a lot closer. Hang on, I'll get you a lot closer to show you exactly what we've got. This is what we've got. Now I've got my keep net with me. All I can do is just, I don't know, just put a feeder out there. I'm actually really limited to where I can fish here today, so at least I found somewhere I can fish. There are some bubbles coming up over there. About 20 minutes ago, a bloody great fish jumped out down there by the fence. Now those of you that watch my videos, I know I say this nearly every time I do a video, but those of you that do watch my videos, you might have seen the video which I fished, I believe it was about a year ago or year and a half ago. It was in the winter months anyway, and I fished right by that red gate there, literally by the red gate, and I blanked. I never had a single bite at all, nothing. Well, I'm just down from there, so the omens ain't great, but you never know. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. I'm going to have a cup of tea and then I'm going to get out there. So I'll see you in a minute when I'm fishing. My setup, I've got my, now I could be making a grave error here, but I've got my Omni 8-foot feeder rod. The only reason why I say I could be making a grave error is because you can get some pretty big fish up here. If I get one on here, I could be in trouble if I get anything. Although this rod should be able to hold a chub of about £6, £7 easy. It should be able to. So I don't realistically think I'm going to get anything like that, but you never know. But if I am in trouble with it, I've got my other feeder, my MIDI bomb-proof feeder rod, which is a lot tougher. But we'll see how we go anyway. I might even change to a float. I haven't set one up yet, but I just think it's going to be a bit awkward. I'm not even sure, you know, how this is going to come out, this video, because it's not easy for me to set the camera up here. I've got my tripod with me today as well, after leaving it at home last time. I've got that with me, but I've set it because the ground's so uneven, the bank's so uneven, it's difficult to set it up properly, get it right. But I'll do it the best I can, and we'll have, you know, and I've got my chair with me as well. So I think what I'll do, I'm not going to mess about any longer. I'm going to get out now, because I'm probably going to be here till about 2, half past at the latest today, and we'll see how we get on. Any fish we do, you know, I mean, we know that there's bream up here. I think you're looking at probably bream, roach, possibly some rudd, maybe some perch. Anyway, let's get cracking and see how we get on. I think I have got worms in there. I don't know whether to start off with worms or not. No, I think I'll start off on maggots. Let's get this hemp in the ground bait. Absolutely superb bait, this is hemp. All the oils and that leak out of it. So this Sensus 3000 is gross guard on ground bait is absolutely good, brilliant. I think it is anyway. Right. It's quite a flow today up here as well, from left to right. Well, we'll see how we get on. I'm using £6 line straight through. Size 14 hook. And at the moment I've got a bunch of red maggots on there. This isn't the way I want to fish though. So I really had plans to use the waggler today. And I still might want to give it an hour or so on this, and we'll see how it goes. Because you're so limited for space here, you can only really use one rod. So, well, I decided to put a bunch of worms on, small red worms. I was getting a lot of taps on the maggots, but I think we'll try some worms. Yeah, there we go. Not sure if it's on there. I think it might be. No. Ah, right, okay. You know there's fish down there anyway. Oh, there's definitely fish out there. I'm getting bites on worm as well as maggots on the feeder. And that mist is starting to clear now. Such a shame, I had it all planned out. You know, I was going to be fishing over the other side of the bank. But when I got up here this morning, I could see that it was going to be difficult, very difficult to find anywhere. I went over the gate, took all my stuff over there, walked along that bank, decided there was nowhere I could fish on that side at all. So I thought, well, there must be somewhere on this side, because normally there is on this side. I come over here and this wasn't much different. I say this is the only spot that I can actually fish. I was going to be float fishing. That's what I really wanted to do. So I might still set my float rod up. Out the worm's off. I'm trying to worm topped off with a red maggot now. We'll see how that goes. Right, it's 3 minutes to 10 now. I think I'm going to give it another 15 minutes on the feeder. And I may change to a float. There was one other place I could have fished, and that was right actually by the bridge itself. That was fishable down there, but no thank you. Not, I mean, when I come up here this morning, oh my god, it's like Piccadilly Circus by that gate at Betley Bridge. And that was about 7:30, 7:45 this morning. There was loads of people down there running and walking dogs and on bikes and everything. It's a shame really, because when I first started fishing up here, that's where I always used to go. But it's, and you know, it's a nice fish down there by the bridge, but it's so noisy. As I say, I've had it down there when you get dogs. There we go, there's a bite there. Where you get dogs jumping right in the water, right where your, where your bait is, where your line is. Well, what I've done, I've changed to the float. I had about 45 minutes on the feeder. I had a few bites on it, but nothing much. So I've decided to change to the float and try and see if I can float fish this particular swim. I'm getting played by swans now, but I've caught anyway. I've caught, starting off with a rudd, little rudd. There we go. So that's the first one. Great stuff. Right, we're away. Ah, Mr. Roach. Right, let's get myself sorted out here. It's really, I'm not joking, this really is very, very awkward. You know, I'd say, out of all the times I've fished this river now, this today has gone wrong right from the very start. I knew this wasn't going to be easy in this swim, but it really is the only place I can fish. And the joke is, I'm getting bites, I'm getting fish, but it is so dumb. Well, best one so far. A nice rudd. That's about the fourth one I've had today, fourth fish. There we go. I tell you, I've been stung to high heaven here with stingers and oh my god, I don't want to sound moany and that, but this is really difficult. I mean, I could pack up and go home, but because it's that difficult to fish up here, but I'm going to stick it out. I certainly can't net them, so I'm having to swing them across. There we go, see. But my hands are stung to pieces. There we go. I'll do the best I can anyway with this. This really is a tricky session. Flipping hell. Oh, it's knackering, this isn't all, because your leg muscles are, you know, it's sapping your leg muscles in the mud, and I can't find anywhere else I can go. That's the trouble. And the sad thing about it is that the fish are, the fish are in the mood today. You're getting a bite of cast out there. Well, it's about 11:10 now. It's still soldiering on here in the most difficult of conditions. I probably had about 7 or 8 fish. Oh dear Alan. Here we go again. Even these scrap against the current. It's flipping hard though, I tell you, trying to... Oh God. I've lost it. No I ain't. I've got it. Oh dear, I won't forget this session in a hurry, I tell you. There we are. Oh, right, I've tried to, what I've got my carp safety mat here. I've doubled it over and I've just put that down on the bank. Let's see if it's any easier like this. Because the actual fishing when I get out there is really good. But my hands and my wrists have been stung to absolute oblivion with stinging nettles. Better. Oh, as soon as it hits the water. So the only problem is there's no way I can keep the line behind the float, simply because of the swim I'm fishing. Yeah. That's part of it, isn't it, really? If you're comfortable fishing, you fish better. If you're not comfortable when you're fishing, it really makes all the difference. That is the one thing with river fishing, well, this particular river anyway. very awkward. Plenty of bites. There we go. Let's have a swinger over. Oh, here we go again. Come here, mate. Oh, that's a nice rod. There we are. Oh, here comes the canoeist just to top it all off. Oh no, it isn't. There we go, another nice little rud. Keep still, fella. There we are. I've fished some awkward swims before, but this one really tops the lot. But there's plenty of fish out there. That's the thing. Plenty of fish. There's more or less a fish are cast out there now. All rud. Oh, I think the only thing I can do today, I think, is just try and see how many I can catch. I'd like to have had a go for some bream and stuff, but I think the way things are in this swim, just enjoy catching these at the moment. Well, probably for the whole session, I would have thought. Oh. I've got them going now anyway. Time wise it's about 20 to 12 now. Things I really don't have to cast out too far. Of course it is partly tidal up here, and the tide will be on its way up. Which is going to make it even more difficult. the best I can do, I think, today is to just, or best I can hope for, is to catch as many of these as I can. If I happen to pick up anything bigger, then great, but it's either that or not being able to fish at all. Shows how, it's not a bad one, shows how strong that current is. Even these little fish, you know, quite a you know, pull. There we go, mate. All done. Another rud. Make sure they're well in there, which they are. Well, different species. The lively fella, dace. Look at that, look. Great stuff. I am enjoying this. I'm enjoying it, but it's hard work. I mean, the tide's on its way up now, and it's all round my, you know, my feet are in about, nearly a foot of water here. I have to be a bit careful. But on catching, that's the thing. I'm really only having to flicker out just in front of me now, really. She put up a bit of a scrap, that fish, that dace, against the current. Keep flicking a few maggots out there. I'll put some hemp out there in a minute. You're trying to navigate in amongst these tall reeds as well. It's not easy. It really isn't. And at the same time, you're knee deep in water. But it's fishing, and it's better than not fishing at all. I can end up with about 40 odd fish today. I'll be delighted with that. Here's an awful start I had, one thing and another. Hey, that's the first one for a little while now. Keep still, mate. Yeah, another rud. Right, I think I'm going to have a cup of tea. Check what the time is, because this is not easy at all. Well, it's about 25 past 12 now. This is really awkward. I don't know how this video's come out. I'm sure it's been a bit of a nightmare. You know, I've do it the best I can. I'm sorry, I just haven't been able to film a lot of the fish I've caught. It's so blooming awkward, set with the camera and where I'm situated here. I suppose I've probably got about 20 odd fish, all rudd, I think, apart from a couple of roach and a dace. So it is a shame. It's fishing really well. It really is. It looks good. The colour of the water looks absolutely spot on. But because I can't get down to the water's edge, and there's so much water up here, it's near impossible You know, my back is killing me, where I'm straining myself to keep a grip with my feet in the mud, and I'm going to really pay for it tomorrow, I tell you, and when I get home today. I should have known, you know, with those heavy showers that we've had, those really heavy showers we've had, but the river just seems to go from one extreme to the other, doesn't it? You know, you get a few weeks of no rain and it seems to be very low and clear. You get a bit of rain, a bit of heavy rain, and it floods, or it comes over its banks. It's teeming with roach and rudd out there though, and I would imagine there's probably bream and that out there as well, but I just cannot set myself up properly. I'm just settling for what I'm doing now, you know. I'll probably have another hour here, and that'll probably be it. So we'll see if we can, you know, if I can get about 40 odd fish, I'll be pleased with that, considering. Bloomin' chair keeps falling over. My feet keep getting stuck in the mud and the water. Apart from that, it's good fun, but this is all part of it, you know. I still, after all that, I do still enjoy it. I really do. I'll just have this cup of tea, and then we'll get back with it for the last hour and see if we can pick up some more. Just build the weight up a bit and see what we've caught. Right, let's get going. Now the fish are coming back again, switching on again. It's a roach, probably the second roach of the session. I've had mostly rudd. There we go. Oh. Camera might not look that bad, but I can guarantee you they really are. It is worse than what it looks. Oh. So I can't use the landing net on this, too difficult. And I'll show you them at the end of the session, what we've caught. I mean, it's all nearly all rudd with a few roach and a dace. Right, it's 1:15 now. I'm packing up now. I've had enough today, to be honest. It's been very, very difficult trying to fish here. It really has. My back and legs are killing me. Where I've had to, you know, in this water and mud and that, not being able to sit down properly to fish. It's been very uncomfortable fishing, very uncomfortable. But anyway, on top of all that, I've actually caught some fish. Let's see how many I've caught. Not too bad, you know. There's a few there. There's a few there. And there's a fair few there. Not bad at all, really. I mean, the camera's picking that up. Right. Yeah, mostly rudd, few roach, but mostly rudd, and one dace. Yeah. Right, let's get them back, shall we? Here we are. Not a bad lot of fish. Could have been more. I could have stayed, but well, I'm just about packing up now, so I just had a count up. I had exactly 30 fish, majority of them rudd, a couple of roach and a dace. I'm happy with that, but my God, it was hard work as far as not actually catching the fish. That was good. As I say, it was just finding somewhere to fish up here today, finding a swim. It was the only swim I could have fished up here today on this stretch, and that was really, really difficult. You know, I couldn't balance myself on the chair. It was a job to sit down. It was a job to balance the camera tripod. It really was, you know, it was a hard work trying to fish as well. But I managed to winkle 30 out anyway, which I'm pleased with, considering how difficult it was. Right, anyway, that's it for today. The next one, I'm not sure yet. The next one may well be a stick float session, but I'm not certain yet. I need to get in a bit of practice on that, but I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. It won't be for a few weeks yet anyway. So I've enjoyed it today, but hard work in the swim that I was fishing, you know, because of the water being up so high, really, over its banks. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I certainly enjoyed catching the fish anyway. And well, I hope you enjoy your own angling. Definitely do that. Thank you very much for all those of you that have subscribed and pressed the like button. It's much appreciated, it really is. Thanks very much for that. And I'll see you again on the next one, which will probably be in a few weeks time. So from me, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.